Some things are forgotten for a reason, hidden away, waiting for the one foolish enough to uncover them. Tonight, we dive into the chilling story of the forgotten tape. It was a dark and stormy night. Thunder crashed, and a flickering street lamp illuminated a lonely road. Mark, a young man in his early 20s, wandered through a dimly lit thrift store. Shelves packed with knickknacks surrounded him. He wasn't looking for anything specific, just something interesting, something unique. His eyes fell on an unmarked VHS tape buried under a pile of dusty books. Its label was blank, save for two chilling words scrawled in red ink, "Play Me." Mark chuckled to himself and pocketed the tape. Curiosity or fate had other plans for him. Back at his small apartment, neon lights glowed faintly in the background as Mark set up a vintage VHS player. He slid the tape in with a loud click and settled back with a bowl of popcorn. The screen crackled to life, static filling the air. Slowly, an image emerged, an empty room with peeling wallpaper, the camera unsteady, as if held by trembling hands. A whisper began, faint and indecipherable, growing louder and more insistent. "Who's watching? Are you watching?" Mark leaned closer, his unease growing. Then, a figure appeared on the screen. Standing in a shadowy corner of the room, its form was humanoid but unnatural. Its face was blurred, its movements jerky and wrong. The figure turned toward the camera. Its distorted face seemed to press against the glass, its blurred features straining to break through. The whispering voice grew frantic. "Stop watching. Stop watching." Mark's heart raced as he grabbed the remote. He pressed every button, but the tape wouldn't stop. Desperately, he yanked the plug from the wall, plunging the room into darkness. But some things don't need power to exist. The TV screen flickered back on, its glow illuminating the room. The figure was closer now, its hands pressed against the glass, reaching. Mark stumbled backward, knocking over the popcorn, his breath coming in short gasps. "This can't be real," he whispered. The tape ejected itself violently, clattering to the floor. The screen went black, but the room filled with the sound of heavy breathing. Mark froze as he felt something cold touch the back of his neck. By the time he realized he wasn't alone, it was already too late. The next morning, the thrift store opened as usual. A young woman named Sarah wandered through its aisles, browsing aimlessly. Her hand paused on an unmarked VHS tape resting on a shelf. Dust covered its surface, and two chilling words were written in red ink, "Play Me." Sarah smirked and picked it up, oblivious to the fate that awaited her. And so, the cycle continues. The tape is never truly forgotten. It's simply waiting for the next viewer, brave or foolish enough to press play.